Hello my guys, welcome to another episode of the Micro Kicks. There's a lot going on in the market right now, and after the loss to Flamengo, rumors have been flying concerning Chelsea and other related clubs that would be associated with Chelsea when it comes to transfers and selling off and buying off of players in the next few weeks. And after this Club World Cup, Chelsea will be having 2 matches at Stamford Bridge for pre-season. So Chelsea won't be flying anywhere else for pre-season. So concerning the transfer window, what's really going on right now? Let's take a look. We'll be talking about Kolo Muani, we'll be talking about Jamie Gittens, we'll be talking about Wesley and Santos and other players as well. So stick around to the end of this video. If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also share your thoughts in the comments, and it helps push this channel forward and get this channel to other people. So let's get into it as quick as possible. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea and Dortmund are still working club to club to find an agreement for Jamie Gittens. As said before, the player has agreed a 7-year deal with Chelsea. Chelsea keep working and advancing on the deal. He's the priority. So this is an old news in the sense that we already know Chelsea already have this personal agreement with Jamie Gittens for a while now. But the problem on this deal is not having the ability to strike a deal with Borussia Dortmund, because Jamie Gittens was supposed to be with Chelsea at this Club World Cup, but it is not to be. Then before that tweet came in from Fabrizio, there was a tweet that arose concerning Jamie Gittens, and it reads: Bayern has contacted Jamie Gittens' entourage as well as Dortmund to move talks forward. He is an alternative to Nico Williams. They have also asked about Barcola. Munich is not alone. Chelsea has already sent several offers to Dortmund. So this is like a confirmation to the previous story I read, as Chelsea already had this contact with Jamie Gittens. Now, concerning Bayern Munich's interest in Jamie Gittens, I think Chelsea will shoot themselves on the foot if they don't move fast for Jamie Gittens. Bayern Munich's interest in Jamie Gittens is really firm, and Bayern Munich has contacted Jamie Gittens' entourage as well as Dortmund to move talks forward. He is an alternative to Williams. They have also asked for Barcola. Bayern Munich is not alone. Chelsea has already sent several offers to Borussia Dortmund. So Chelsea have this agreement with Jamie Gittens, and Bayern Munich initially had an interest in Nico Williams, right? Now, Nico Williams is inching towards Barcelona, which is very clear that he wants to go to Barcelona to play with Yamal, his friend. But the fact is, Bayern Munich are also interested in Barcola, and PSG has actually sounded it to them that they don't want to sell. Now, Jamie Gittens is the only alternative left on the table right now for Bayern Munich, because Leao might be too expensive. Now, Jamie Gittens understands the German league. His head might be turned in the sense that at the end of the day, he might want to play in Bayern Munich that guarantees you trophies. You might want to play in Bayern Munich that you'll be able to play with exciting young players at your age range, like Musiala, like Olise, those kind of players that are within your age group, that you could be friends, you could understand each other, you could vibe together, you could grow together, you could win trophies together. Bayern Munich is a team that competes at the highest level. They compete in the Champions League. They almost often win the league every season. That's the kind of team that Bayern Munich is. And if Chelsea doesn't really move fast for this guy right now, trust me, his head might be turned. Could remember the Olise deal that Chelsea had a pre-agreement, trying to wrap up the deal with Olise, and Chelsea were not able to have this personal term agreement, and were 5 million, in valuation with Crystal Palace and all of that. Then Bayern Munich came in and swooped. Now, for a team, Bayern Munich is the kind of team that if they want a player, they go for that player, no matter the price. They were the same team that paid a 29-year-old or a 100 million for Harry Kane. So they really understand who they want. They go for that player. I just hope Jamie Gittens' head will not be turned because of the interest from Bayern Munich, because he's not going to be moving to another country. He understands the German league. He understands how they play and everything. So I just hope he moves, to Chelsea. Now, talking about Bayern Munich, let's move to the next story. Bayern have been scouting Malo Gusto, who could leave Chelsea this summer. No departures of Bayern yet, though, so he's not a priority right now. The fact is, you don't need to scout Malo Gusto. I think the coming of Maresca has actually changed how Malo Gusto plays, and it has actually affected his game. Now, last season under Pochettino, he was really cooking. He did so well most of the season. James was, out injured. Then Malo Gusto actually played most time of the season, and he played a different way now to how he's playing right now. Under Maresca, he has to invert, he has to do most of those things, but under Pochettino, he was playing direct, he was overlapping, he was taking player on and putting out crosses. That is how Malo Gusto loves to play. Now, Malo Gusto would find moving to Germany, that's Bayern Munich, as a very good opportunity on the market, in the sense that he will be able to play with his countryman Olise. And, Bayern Munich performs at the highest level. Bayern Munich is guaranteed Champions League every season. Bayern Munich wants to win trophies, and they win trophies almost every season as well. So that would be a very good opportunity for him to play like he loves to play, and not invert and do all those things that would actually deepen his game and make his game look a little bit different. Now he's in the France national team. It will be actually secured if he plays for a team like Bayern Munich, where he gets maximum playing time and enough minutes in Bayern Munich. So let's see how that goes. Now, concerning Malo Gusto again, he has been off form recently with Chelsea. And after the match against Flamengo, Chelsea picked up an interest in Wesley. Now, who's Wesley? He plays at right back for Flamengo, and he played against Chelsea. He played absolutely well that day. He's a 21-year-old right back. Now, according to Diogo Dantes, he said Chelsea asked for information about Flamengo right back Wesley after watching him yesterday. So the fact is, he's a very good player, very, very direct player. He could invert, he could overlap. He's very good defensively and offensively as well. Now, you understand how this Brazilian team play. They are high press, they are aggressive, and they play, like, there are levels on how they play. I love how they play fast, in actually offensive style of play and everything. I think he's going to suit Chelsea. But the question is, are Chelsea interested in him for the Chelsea team or for Strasbourg? Because there's Due brother, which is Due, who plays at right back right now for Strasbourg, might actually leave. And bringing Wesley in might be a very good replacement. Now the question is, would Wesley be willing to go to Strasbourg? Remember, Juventus are interested in Wesley. Arsenal were also interested in Wesley. So I don't know if Chelsea are actually serious about it, but I think this guy is a very good player. He was very aggressive that he played so well against Chelsea. He was at the center of Pedro Neto's goal, but still he did so well, and it was one of the reasons they got back into the game. And I think he's a very, very good player. With what I saw that, Chelsea has actually signed players who are actually played well against us in the past, like the likes of Salah, Barcel, who played so well against Chelsea, and Chelsea signed him afterwards. So he won't be the first player, but let's see and let's hope this deal actually materialized for Strasbourg, honestly, because coming to Chelsea, something still tells me Malo Gusto, I still want him at Chelsea, but let's see how that goes. Let's see what happens. Then to the next story, which is a very big one. Chelsea have entered negotiations with PSG to sign Randal Kolo Muani. He's a 26-year-old player, according to L'Equipe, and he did well with Juventus because he went on loan to Juventus in January. He did well there under the former coach and this present coach. He's the kind of player that suits Juventus and those kind of things. He was in the squad that went to the World Cup and played at the final of the World Cup against Argentina, and he missed a sitter in that game as well. But at that time he was younger than this, but right now I think he has gained more experience. He couldn't break into the PSG team, and he went on loan to Juventus. Chelsea were interested in January, but it was that same January he went to Juventus because Chelsea gave their priority to Garnacho and the other other players that at the end of the day didn't come. You know, Adibin, he came to Chelsea. I mean, Kolo Muani right now, you know, it would have been better because of the competition for Jackson. And Chelsea gave their priority to McGill, who at the end of the day went on an injury, as well as Jackson. And Chelsea suffered until at the end of the day we qualified for Champions League. Now, for Kolo Muani, a very good striker who could play either wings. He could play on the wings, he could play up time, you know. But to me, I don't think it's Chelsea quality. I don't think he is the kind of striker Chelsea should actually go for. Imagine the kind of strikers Chelsea were interested in, from the Osimhen to the Sesko to the Gyökeres before Champions League qualification. Now, at the end of the day, after Champions League qualification, you're still going for an average striker like this. I don't think Kolo Muani is world class. Yes, he has the potential to be a very good player in the future, but I don't think he's the kind of player Chelsea should be interested in. I think he's good, but not on Chelsea's level, you know. And that's what I think. I don't know. Please let me know and share your thoughts in the comments concerning Kolo Muani. And that leaves the position of Jackson's future, you know, at stake right now, because Chelsea are putting a 50 million price tag on Jackson. And reports are coming in that Aston Villa might be interested. And if there's any other team away from the Premier League, Jackson could actually leave for 40 to 45 million. Due to what happened the other day, I think Jackson time at Chelsea, his days at Chelsea can be numbered or might be numbered, because if Chelsea eventually brings in any striker right now, I think Jackson might actually leave, you know, because we were actually managing the fact that he knows how to link up, he plays the Maresca style and everything, but the lab actually gives you the same thing. Now, when it comes to a goal poacher, somebody who gets you 20 plus guaranteed goals in a season, it cannot be Jackson. So, to me, I think Jackson should actually leave on loan, probably go to where he can actually build his confidence in front of goal. But I don't think Jackson might want to leave on loan. He might want to leave on a permanent sale or something. But let's see how that goes. What do you think about Jackson's situation at Chelsea? Do you think he should stay, or do you think he should leave? Now, let's move to the next story concerning Santos. Santos has not gotten any minutes for Chelsea at all, and it's on the media right now. It's something that is building up gradually. You know, prior to him returning to Chelsea, Bayern Munich were interested, or are still interested, in Santos. A very good player who played so well at Strasbourg, qualified them to Conference League and everything. Now, his plans coming back to Chelsea is to break into the team, at least get minutes, even if not a starter, at least be somebody who can replace Enzo at the number 8 position, which he plays very well. And he scored some goals over there in Strasbourg, did well, captained the team at some point. But right now, he's not getting any minutes. And Chelsea are literally not going to be having pre-season away from Stamford Bridge. At Stamford Bridge, Chelsea will have 2 matches, I think, against AC Milan and Leverkusen, and that will be our pre-season, because this Club World Cup has actually taken a whole chunk of the whole pre-season plans and everything. Now, Santos wants to play. Santos wants to play. Now, the only position in that midfield that has too much competition is the number 6 row, which you have Lavia, you have Esugo, and you have a starting Caicedo. So if Caicedo is going off, you're having Lavia in, then Esugo might suffer a whole lot. But you have Enzo and Santos, which you need to give Santos enough playing time. Yes, the situation, I was expecting Santos to play at against, that's the first match against LAFC, but he didn't play. Now, the previous match against Flamengo, I understand the match got heated and a whole lot of things and everything. I understand if he doesn't play, but trust me, against Experience of Tunisia, you need to play Santos. It is very, very important, you know, to give him minutes, because it builds his confidence, it makes him feel wanted, it makes him part of the squad and part of the plans for next season. You can't have that kind of exciting youngster and you give him no minutes and you put him on the bench. So I think Maresca should look for a way to, you know, give this guy minutes, you know, make him part of that squad, make him play, you know, give him what he actually wants. Even if he's not a starter, he's okay. He knows he won't be a starter, but give him the ability for him to compete so that at the end of the day, he would not leave in this window, because teams are looking around, teams are watching and seeing what is actually going on, with Santos. And I think he's a very, very exciting young player, and I think he should, get minutes. And one player I want Chelsea to actually look at to sign is Yildiz. Very fantastic player from Juventus. He got an hat-trick in this Juventus previous match. I think that guy is super good. I watched him play. He wears the number 10 jersey for Juventus. If you don't know him, he's a very good winger. He carries the ball very well. He has an eye for goal. He can also play at the number 10 role. He can play on the wings. He cuts in very well and he scores goals. He affects the game. His take-ons are very good. His ball carries are very good. And he gives you output. He gives you goals and assists. Whatever Chelsea directors are doing, if at the end of the day, this whole Gittens deal doesn't really work out, even if Gittens deal works out, I think Chelsea should still go for Yildiz. He can play the Kopama if Kopama is tired or something, or he's not in the game, and he can also play on the wings. He's very, very good. That guy is a very, very fantastic player, and I think he should be on the Chelsea radar. Excuse me. Then for the next story, as it stands, there is a small chance Chelsea will sign another goalkeeper this summer. They have 4 goalkeepers: Sanchez, Jorgensen, Petrovic, and Penders. One will go on loan to Strasbourg and one will be sold. I think the mistake the Chelsea directors made last season was to bring in Jorgensen. I think Chelsea should have gone for an experienced player, or even keeping Petrovic. Letting Petrovic go and bring in another average goalkeeper was a very big mistake Chelsea did last season. There were players on the market with a very low price. Mamardashvili that went to Liverpool was a 30 million player. That Liverpool signed, 30 million euros that Liverpool signed him. So what was the reason of bringing Jorgensen in that was really inexperienced? Mamardashvili would have been the one to have come in, that last season. But going for Mike Mignan now, there are conflicting reports that Chelsea might actually drop that deal or still go for that deal. So I don't know which to believe right now, but I think Sanchez should be exchanged with Kudus, and Petrovic should be our number 1 goalkeeper, and maybe Mike Penders be loaned on a 2-year loan to Strasbourg, and Jorgensen be number 2. That's what I think. Tell me what you think about Yildiz. Tell me what you think about Mike Mignan as well. So that should be all for today's news concerning Chelsea and other club-related issues. Please let me know what you think about everything I've spoken out today. About Kolo Muani, Gittens, Malo Gusto, Wesley, Santos, everybody I've actually spoken about today. Please hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Until I come away again next time, I remain your boy Mike Way. Now, there's a reason why I'm in this kind of calm mood. I recorded a 20 minutes video and it didn't record, so I felt very, very down, but I still had to do it again. So until I come away again next time, I feel motivated right now talking to you guys. Stay cool. Cheers.